Hello, Hero Collectors here. How's it going, everybody? Hope y'all are doing fantastic. I know I am, and today is a little bit of a catch-up video. I've been picking up stuff slowly throughout the month of January, but I haven't picked up a ton, especially in the way of toys or like figures. So I just kind of wanted to share what I picked up recently. And as you can see, it's actually a lot of books, especially comic books, but some actual books too. But we'll get to that in a second. We'll start with the figures because I'm sure that's what you guys are most here for. I got these two loose pieces from G.I. Joe Classified series. I believe this is Airborne's head, and this vest, it's that character that came with the dog, I want to say. I'm not super versed on G.I. Joe, but I got these for customs, kit bashes. This is going to be the head I used to make the Patriot from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I have the Stealth Gamerverse Captain America body that it's going to go on, but I either need to Dremel out this ball peg, or the ball in the head, or I need to shave down the ball that's on the actual body itself. So I need to actually do some modifying to make this work, but that's why I got the head. And then this vest I'm going to use to make a MCU Dum Dum Dugan, and my biggest problem right now is just finding the right arms/torso, but I think this vest works perfectly for Dum Dum in the MCU, so I've got that on hand for when I find the right parts. Then here I have Elita 1, the cogless version from the YOLO Park kits. I got her because Walmart had her on sale for a little less than retail price, and I needed to get free shipping, so I tossed her in the cart and got her. Pretty good figure. I'm having some issues with the forearm stressing where the hand ball pegs port in, so a little bit of problem there. I'll eventually do a review on this figure, probably late February, maybe March. So she's a little fun figure. But then you can see here I have the Captain Enoch and was it Night Trooper 2-pack. I managed to find this at my Walmart for $10 on clearance. I actually took a picture of them in package just as evidence and proof that I actually did find it for $10. I can't remember if I shared the full story, but originally I did order this pack off of Walmart.com for $13. It shipped. It took forever to actually get into my town. When it did actually get to my town, it wasn't actually delivered to me. I waited a few days. Walmart gave me a refund once I called, and I just figured, okay, that was my sign that I didn't need to get this pack. And then I come across it at my local Walmart for $10, so $3 cheaper than I even paid for it before. So it's a cool little pack. Enoch was the main reason I got it because he's a named character, but he isn't the best figure of the pack. It's actually this guy, but I knew that going in because I have this mold of Stormtrooper. But still, cool pack. I'll eventually do a review, like I said. So I'll set them off to the side. Never mind. They're going to fall over. There we go. Then I got Breakdown here. I did order the full 2-pack with, I forget the character's name actually, but he came in an Amazon exclusive 2-pack. And I only wanted Breakdown to go with the rest of my Transformers Prime figures that I've been getting, especially Knockout. As you can see, now I've got that pairing to go with my Decepticons. So I'm excited to have him. He's a fun little figure. Of course, I knew what I was getting into with this mold because I have the Prime Bulkhead. So I will eventually do a review of him with Knockout and RC and Cliffjumper, all based on their Prime looks. So I just need to get to taking pictures and then eventually record that video. That one probably won't be until February as well. And then moving on to the books. So this is actually a book set. And as you can see, I can flip open the flap and 3 books and a poster come out. So the poster is just the Darth Vader that you saw on the front. But the books themselves are these. It's A New Hope, The Life of Luke Skywalker, The Life and Legend of Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then Rise and Fall of Darth Vader. So these are Star Wars books I actually had when I was younger, around middle school age. I had the hardcovers of these that actually had like slip alternate covers that were really cool. I love this artwork. This artwork's amazing. But like this one had the alternate look of Anakin from episode 3. This alternate cover was Obi-Wan and Anakin from episode 3 fighting. I don't remember what the Luke's was, but it's a book series that kind of like fills in gaps of these characters' lives. There's also a Han Solo one and a Darth Maul book, but I don't know what happened to my copies that I had from years ago. I thought I still had them somewhere, but when I moved, I never uncovered them. I just don't know what happened to them. So I found a listing for these 3 in that bundle, which I never knew was an actual release that they did. But I wanted to reread them, so I got that bundle for $9, I think, at maximum. So that's really cool. They're written by Ryder Windham. I know they also did the books that actually recapped like the movies. So I don't know if he's more of an important name than I realized, but yeah, I got these to reread after it's been how many years since I was in middle school? At least 10. So yeah, very excited to now have that pack. I'll eventually track down the Maul and the Han Solo book. I don't think they're in canon anymore, but that's okay. I still like to read them. And I remember bits and pieces, and I want to reread those bits and pieces again to remember the full story. But now getting into the comics, or the graphic, or the trade paperbacks, as I would like to call them. So here is the Captain America Castaway into Dimension Z. This is the 2013 Captain America run. This is Volume 1 and Volume 2, which I actually have Volume 3 of this run, and I've read this run, and it's a good run. It's written by Rick Remender, art by John Romita Jr., which can be a little divisive, but I enjoy his work most of the time. And I also got House of M. This is one of the handful of like events that I don't have in my collection of trades from this era. The Bendis era of Avengers is my favorite era, so I really want to kind of fill that out and collect it in trade form. So I'm just planning on getting this event. I might eventually get like the tie-in books, but I'm not necessarily needing those for this particular event. But actually, I got all of these on Mercari for a really good deal. I think I paid $17, and let's see. This is normally $25. This is normally $20. This is normally $20. So $65 worth of books for $17. So that I felt like was a really good deal. Then next up, I got the modern era epic collection of Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider. This collects like the first 25 issues of her. So it's Edge of the Spider-Verse, Spider-Gwen 2015 1 through 5, Spider-Gwen 1 through 8, Spider-Women, Silk, Spider-Woman, Spider-Woman Omega. It's all her appearances from the start of her creation. So I got this actually on Walmart with a gift card. I think that's when I got the Alita. And this was like maybe 27. Usually these retail for about 45. And I followed that up by going to my local comic book store and picking this one up, which they run 20% off all trade paperbacks. So I was able to get this one for, I think, like $38. Normally they're $45. But this is Volume 2. It collects another like 20-some issues of her run. And then I picked up, because I wasn't sure where the Volume 2 ended, I picked up this one. This is a whole different run, I think from 2018, if I'm not mistaken. This doesn't actually say. But I'm slowly picking up the Spider-Gwen stuff because I want to reread all of her runs. And then I got Transformers Volume 2. I am collecting the single issues of this, but I also like to get the trades, especially if I want to have some of my friends borrow these and read them, or just for rereadability on my part. This is an amazing series. If you love Transformers, definitely check it out if you haven't. And then I have picked up Saga. Now, I'm not going to show the first volume cover, but you can see I've got volumes 1 and 3 here. I just don't know if YouTube would like the cover for volume 1. But I've heard good things about this series. I've also listened to like the first 2 volumes, like a recap of what happens, just so I can get a feel for if this would be a story for me. And I definitely want to give it a try. So I got the first volume for $10 at my local store, but again, they run the 20% discount, so I got it for $8. And then this one, they had 50% off. This book retailed for $14, so I got it for $7. So I'll eventually get to that series eventually. But yeah, that is everything that I have gotten recently, aside from my SDCC Marvel Legend figure that I got. If you have not checked out that video, make sure you go do so. I will try to put a card around this point in the video, but I hope you all enjoyed. And yeah, I will talk to you all in another video, another post, another time.